Hello students, I welcome you all in this session. Today we are going to learn verbs intransitive and transitive. The word transitive is formed from the noun transit. It means transfer of a thing from one place to another. So, transitive means something that has the ability to get transferred from one place to another. We know that every sentence has two main words. One is subject, another one is verb. While writing a sentence, we choose the subject first of all. Then we choose a verb suitable for it. The actions stated by verbs are of two types. First one, actions that are limited to their subjects only, and second one, actions that involve another noun apart from the subject also. Verbs in English can be divided into three groups: transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, and detransitive verbs. Now, first of all, we'll see what is intransitive verbs. In intransitive verbs, if a subject needs a verb that should remain limited to it, the subject only, the verb is intransitive. Means if a subject needs a verb that should remain limited to it, the subject only, the verb is intransitive, as its action does not affect any other noun except the subject. It cannot be transferred as, now examples are given: birds fly in the sky. Intransitive verb fly. So here no object. Here we can say that intransitive verbs cannot have a direct object after them. The subject is doing the action of the verb and nothing receives the action. An intransitive verb doesn't pass the action to an object. For example, he arrived. He arrived. Here we cannot have an object after the intransitive verb arrived. You cannot arrive something. It is incorrect. An intransitive verb expresses an action that is complete in itself and it doesn't need an object to receive the action. Birds fly in the sky. Here we cannot have an object after the intransitive verb fly. Okay, now we'll move. So with this we come to the definition that intransitive verbs is a verb that states an action limited to its subject. Okay, an intransitive verb is a verb that states an action limited to its subject. Here no object will be there for in intransitive verb. Now we'll move to second type, that is transitive verbs. Transitive verbs require an object to complete their meaning. If a subject needs a verb that should express an action such that it should affect another noun, the verb is transitive. The noun affected by the action of the verb comes after the verb, so it is called the object of the verb. Imagine that I say, I bought. This sentence is incomplete. There is information that is missing. You are probably wondering what I bought, right? Why is this sentence incomplete? Because bought, the past tense form of buy, is a transitive verb, and a transitive verb needs an object after it to complete the sentence. The object after a transitive verb can be a noun or pronoun. Now, I bought a car. Now the sentence is complete and we can understand it. We added the object a car after the verb, right? Now few more examples. The farmer killed the snake. Killed what? The snake. We are getting object. He is dressing his hair. Dressing what? His hair. Object. The policeman caught a thief. Caught whom? A thief. So by this we can say a transitive verb is a verb that states an action affecting a noun other than its subject. By questioning the verb, we get the answer, which is the object of the verb. Now we'll move to third group, that is detransitive verbs. Some transitive verbs express actions that affect two objects, one directly and the other indirectly. The object affected directly is called the direct object, and the object affected indirectly is called the indirect object. Such a transitive verb is called a detransitive verb. D means two, a verb with two objects. A detransitive verb affects a direct object and an indirect object. As we can say, a detransitive verb is one that takes both a direct object and an indirect object. Example, he gave her the letter. The letter is the direct object. What he gave and her is the indirect object. The person he gave it to. This sentence can also be written, he gave the letter to her. Few more examples are as follows. I wrote a letter to my mother. What letter? To whom? My mother. So here we are getting two objects. One is direct, one is indirect. He sent me a present. Third, convey my respects to all the elders in the family. By this, we can say a detransitive verb is a verb that states an action affecting two nouns other than the subject of the sentence. Now, students, I would like to conclude that verbs in English can be divided into three groups: intransitive verbs, transitive verbs, detransitive verbs. An intransitive verb is a verb that states an action limited to its subject. Transitive verbs, a transitive verb is a verb that states an action affecting a noun other than its subject. By questioning the verb, we get the answer which is the object of the verb. Third group, detransitive verb. A detransitive verb is a verb that states an action affecting two nouns other than the subject of the sentence. One is direct object, other is indirect object. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Take care. Bye.